Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about this is fate. Preeta and Karan were emotional after they get to see each other again after 2 years. And Rakhi couldn't believe that Preeta came to their house all for the sake of money. And Rakhi asked Preeta to tell her the truth because she knows that Preeta is not a bad person. So let's continue from there. Rakhi tells Preeta that she knows that Preeta is only pretending to be a bad person because her Preeta is a good girl, so Preeta should tell her the truth. Preeta calls Rakhi as Madam, saying that she should think whatever she desires, but there is just one thing, and that thing is that she, Preeta, is the owner of the literal house, and this is all what Rakhi should know. Preeta turns to leave, thinking that this might not be the right time to find out about Mahesh, as she must wait till everyone is asleep. Preeta turns while Rakhi is looking at her crying. Preeta thinks that she feels that this is not the right time to tell Rakhi the truth, that she has come to save her family from Prithvi, because if she revealed her intention and if she tells Rakhi how she got the signatures of Mahesh, then everyone will come to know about it and her plans would fail and Prithvi would then take advantage of it. Preeta says to herself that she now have to fight alone till the last breath. Prithvi would be wondering why she is even after the wealth of the Lutras, and she would use this to throw Prithvi out of the house. Preeta says that now she knows how much the Lutras hate Prithvi and it is better to keep the enemy in front of one's eyes. Preeta says to herself that she wants to know how did Mahesh got so sick and where is Rishabh. Preeta thinks that Prithvi is now strong, but she must fight him and eventually get one step ahead of him, and she prays to Matarani that she should get the strength to fight with Prithvi. Prithvi on the call asks the lawyer that how did Preeta manage to ruin their plan in just a single blow. The lawyer requests Prithvi to calm down because only then would he be able to find a solution. Prithvi explains that the lawyer knows that his entire future is based on the event and if Preeta does anything, then it will ruin everything. The lawyer asks Prithvi if he trusts him, then he should wait till tomorrow. Prithvi thinks that it has taken him 2 years to reach this position and he will not let anyone come in his path. Samru is walking and Kritika coming from behind asks that what is going on because she saw how Samru changed when Preeta came back. Kritika asks Samru to end any misconception that he has about Preeta because she was only after their money and she came back as a ruler. Samru requests Kritika to calm down since he believes that Preeta is better than Prithvi. Kritika tries to explain that a person tends to make mistake just once and if he repeats it, then he will be called a fool. Samru wants Kritika to talk with him with some respect and he started blaming Kritika, saying that he feels that Kritika has started to accept Prithvi as her husband and Kritika is worried that Prithvi is losing everything since Preeta arrived. Kritika is not able to bear the insult and she asks Samru to stop. Samru asks if Kritika has started to accept Prithvi as her husband once again after everything that Prithvi did to them. Kritika says that she is done talking with Samru since Samru is a fool and she lives in anger. Samru explains that Kritika did not understand. They all know that Preeta has not done the right thing, but his heart says that Preeta is right and he however thinks that Preeta is not right. Preeta in her room thinks that she have to find Mahesh really soon, but she must not sleep as not everyone will be asleep. Preeta thinks about Sala, thinking how she would be really worried about her, but she has not come because of her own desire, but because everyone in the Lutra family needs her support. Preeta says that she has just come to the Lutra house to solve the problems from which the Lutra family is going through, and after she managed to solve them all, then Sala also would be really proud of her. Preeta thinks that she knows that Sala will really get angry, which is why she asks her for her approval before coming, and thank goodness that Sala allowed her. Preeta thinks of when she asked Sala if she can come to the Lutra house as a strong woman without taking the pressure of anyone. A flashback is shown. Preeta explains to Sala that if she managed to only help Rakhi and Mahesh since they also stood by her, then would Sala give her the permission just once? Sala says that Preeta really wants to hear yes from her mouth and she knows that Preeta is really strong because she has left everything behind. Sala says that she taught all this to Pragya too and she might not be alive tomorrow and she has also taught Preeta about life, but Preeta must take her own decisions. Preeta says that she is still asking Sala for approval so that Sala can surely take back her vow, allowing her to go back to the Ludra house because she really wants to live her life as per her own heart. Sala says that she will not stop Preeta, but Preeta should remember that there is nothing more important than her own honor. Preeta thinks that she doesn't know how guilty Karan is because of what he did to her 2 years ago. The flashback ends. Preeta thinks that Karan himself said that he still loves her, and Rakhi also loves her, and she prays that God could have said it to her in person, so she might have understood better. Preeta says to herself that Saola might be correct, that relationships are for lifetime, and her relationship with the Lutras is just like that, which is why she was able to give a befitting reply to Prithvi and Sherlyn. Preeta thinks that she needs to solve all these problems, but first, she must find Mahesh, and this might be the right time. Preeta is walking in the hall, and she sees Karan sleeping with Grandma. She goes to stand beside Karan, then slowly, she picks up the duvet and covers Karan with it. Karan relaxes, and Preeta thinks of how Karan expressed his feelings, and she just desired to listen to her name from Karan's mouth, but Karan expressed his love in front of everyone. Preeta says that 2 years has passed, but nothing has changed, as Karan still reviewed it all, and she is just waiting for Karan to wake up, as no matter how much she met Karan, then she has felt really calm. Karan, while sleeping, holds Preeta's hand, so Grandma is also about to wake up. Preeta hid, placing her head against Karan's head while he is sleeping, and she tries to free her head, but Karan, opening his eyes halfway, says that he loves Preeta. Preeta started crying, so she closes Karan's eyes, and she slowly walks away from Karan with a smile. Turning back to leave, she once again turns to close the door. Preeta once again started walking in the hall, thinking that she has checked each and every corner, so Mahesh is not here, and what she heard in the clinic, that he is in the basement, was the truth. Mahesh is trying to request Mona to let him go, but Mona managed to trap Mahesh in the bed, then takes out an injection, with which she injects Mahesh, and she says that this man is a headache. Mona thinks that she should sleep till tomorrow morning, saying that she has gotten fed up with this man. Preeta secretly is working in the basement. She feels scared and sees the door that is closed. Looking inside it, she is shocked to see Mahesh Luthra tied up on the bed with chains. Preeta thinks that she doesn't want anyone to see her here, so she will lock the door from outside, and Preeta locks Mona in her room before once again coming to the room of Mahesh Luthra. Preeta is shocked to see how they have kept Mahesh in the room. She calls him to open his eyes because she has come, because he called her. She wonders how can anyone treat Mahesh like this. Preeta thinks of how Kritika said that Prithvi treat them like an animal, and she apologized to Mahesh for coming so late, as she should have come a long time ago, but she has come now, and she will not leave anyone who hurt him like this, and she will not forgive Prithvi. Preeta says that Prithvi should wait and see how she will treat him, and she will really soon take Mahesh out of here, where he will live like the same as before. Preeta promised never to leave Mahesh, and she will not only protect him, but she would also give him the same respect and honor which he once had. Mona tries to open her door, but she wonders who has come here as it got closed. Preeta thinks that Mona is making a lot of noise, so she walks out of the door, while Mona calls Prithvi asking to come as someone has locked her in the room. Preeta thinks that if Mona makes so much noise, then everyone will come down, but before she can leave, she hears someone coming, so she immediately hides. Prithvi walks down and opens the door. Mona says that someone has locked her in the room. However, Prithvi stops her from talking, and Preeta gets worried while hiding. Prithvi walks into the room of Mahesh after unlocking Mona. He in anger closes the door once again, going to her. He asks that who locked Mona in the room. Mona explains that she feels that someone came here, and Prithvi asks that how can Mona be so careless. Mona replies that she just went to go and sleep, and this angers Prithvi. Prithvi asks if Mona forgot why did he hire her, because she needed to keep an eye on Mahesh as he has gotten mad, and now Mona must go and find out who came here. Preeta wonders if Mahesh really attacks anyone he sees, because this is not what she felt, and she decides to leave, because if Prithvi sees her here, then he will get to know that she is the same old Preeta. Prithvi secretly walks out of the basement, and he is shocked to see Sherlyn. He asks that what is Sherlyn doing there. Sherlyn replies that she came after hearing Prithvi yelling. Prithvi says that someone locked Mona in the room, so who does she think could have done this? Sherlyn mentioned the name of Rakhi, since Mona hit her, which is why she might have done it. Prithvi says that they need to end their voices before a rebellion will start. Prithvi started ringing the bell, Natasha comes there asking that why is he calling them so late. Sherlyn wants Natasha to remain quiet because Prithvi is really angry and the entire Luthra family arrives. Prithvi asks that who went to the room of Mahesh Luthra. Kritika replies that no one went to his room. Prithvi asks that then who locked Mona in her room since she is the only one who can undo Mahesh Luthra. Prithvi says that he knows the entire plan of all of them because the doctors have suggested that they should send Mahesh to the mental asylum and he is the one who managed to take care of him with immense problem, but it seems that all of them do not have any care for what he has done. Prithvi slams the cane on the floor and this worries everyone. He assures them that it is just meant to scare Mahesh and he orders Mona not to make the same mistake twice as the last time. Rakhi only got hurt, but if Mona sees anyone with Mahesh, then Mona can eat them. Preeta coming to the balcony asks that why are they making so much noise at this time since she was trying to sleep, but Prithvi says that Preeta was the one who went to the basement. Preeta says that Prithvi is the one who knows the way to the basement. Preeta asks everyone to go and sleep as she cannot hear these voices anymore. Prithvi is really angry. Sherlyn Cummins says that Prithvi must do something about Preeta since they both were not prepared for what Preeta did to them and she is now the owner of the house. Prithvi in anger says that Preeta can never be the owner of the Luthra house and he feels that there is something wrong that Preeta is hiding and the papers that Preeta presented are fake. Sherlyn tries to argue that she saw the papers. However, Prithvi asks if Sherlyn is a lawyer. Sherlyn says that she is confident that she knows that these papers are true, but Prithvi is adamant that Preeta is bluffing only because she wants to rule the Luthra family and he cannot bear Preeta in his way. Preeta in her room apologized to Rakhi for her behavior, but she doesn't have any other way. She started crying walking in the room. She prays to Mata Rani for power to walk on the right path and the power to help Mahesh get back into life. Sherlyn asks if Prithvi saw how Preeta stopped him when he was scolding the Luthras. Prithvi asks if Sherlyn did not see how Preeta also talked with the Luthras, but Sherlyn says that she is sure that Preeta went to meet Mahesh. Prithvi explains to Sherlyn that Preeta only has one aim, and that is to take revenge from the Luthras. Preeta in her room says that Mahesh considered her to be his daughter, and Prithvi claims that he is mad, but she never felt this because Mahesh mentioned her name and talked to her normally. Preeta says that she noticed something in Mahesh's eyes and that for a moment, Mahesh recognized her and the other moment, they were like he never knew her. Prithvi tells Sherlyn that in the past, the Luthras humiliated Preeta, so now Preeta is taking revenge. Prithvi explains that he needs to snatch all the power from Preeta and treat Preeta the same way that he treats the Luthras and he cannot let Preeta rule and he would go to any extent. Preeta in anger wonders what has Prithvi done to this house, but now from tomorrow, everything would happen according to her desires and she cannot let it be the same anymore. Karina asks Grandma to come and rest since it has gotten really late. Grandma asks that how can she rest? Karina says that she is the one who is most angry with Preeta. Prithvi treats them in a worse manner, but Preeta has really wronged them more than Prithvi. Karina says that she hates Prithvi for what he has done with her daughter. However, she cannot bear the sight of Preeta because she just came to their house for the sake of money. Grandma says that for a moment, it felt as if this house doesn't belong to her, and she says that she doesn't want to talk about it anymore, but Karan should wake up in the morning, and then she will reveal the entire truth as Karan can undo Preeta. Karina helps Grandma lie down on the bed, and she explains that Preeta always used to talk about Mahesh as her father, but now she did not even talk about him for once. Karina leaves after turning off the light. Mona is eating Mahesh with a cane. Preeta suddenly wakes up from her dreams, wondering that this was all her dream, and she goes to take the water, but the jug is empty. However, she decided to walk out to the kitchen. Sherlyn in the room asks Natasha that why is she not going close to Karan because Preeta has arrived in this house. Natasha replies that Karan is always drinking. However, when he is awake, he only considered her to be the sister of Sherlyn. Sherlyn says that Natasha doesn't know what she has done to the Luthras. Karan is only quiet because he feels that she has done good for them by staying with them even when Rishabh has left. Sherlyn says that Natasha doesn't know what the Luthras has done to Preeta and Preeta should have thrown them out of the house as soon as she became the owner, but Preeta did not do anything. Natasha says that one takes revenge on a step basis and Preeta might show her true colors soon. Preeta leaves after listening to their conversation. Charlene notices, so she tries to find out who is outside. Charlene tells Natasha that they cannot talk like this anymore, so she must get back to work. Preeta enters the kitchen, thinking that Charlene is right, as if anyone else was in her place, then they would have done what she was thinking. And she, however, keeps the family before anything else, and there's no relationship that cannot be mended, and she should do anything in her power to solve these problems, and she will bring the Lutra family back together as one. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and share it, and I will see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.